It's no secret that Weipa is a favourite location of ours and has been for some 4 decades. So what is it that keeps us going back to this West Coast Cape York mining town? Well, it's definitely a combination of things. Firstly, the persistent southeast trade winds that blow hard for most of the dry season hammer directly onto the eastern coastline of the Cape, making it largely impossible for offshore boating and fishing for many weeks on end. Whereas those trade winds are offshore winds on the west coast and have significantly reduced in intensity by the time they make that western shoreline of the Cape. This offers the ability to explore and fish the inshore coastline here in relative comfort for many, many weeks of the year. In addition to this, there are numerous large and complex river systems that flow into the Gulf of Carpentaria that offer spectacular fishing and exploration of wild tropical ecosystems, all within a stone's throw from Weipa. The township is also positioned roughly 2/3 of the way up Cape York, and with its regionally unmatched facilities and shops, is a great home base to explore more remote parts of the Cape. We utilised Weipa for this exact purpose on 3 separate occasions in 2025, despite the fact that we live in the mid-north coast of New South Wales. This trip was getting late in the year and very close to the wet season, so the heat was building up, the storms were building up, and the Cape was starting to show some real true colours. Boy, I'm getting that over there too. Chasing threadfin salmon along this bank here, and this little barra was sitting in a drain there, the snake drain. Oh, that was a big fish up there eating. We better get up there and have a go. There might be a bigger barra up there. Beautiful. That was a much bigger fish working up in this drain or small creek that's emptying out, slowly emptying out with the outgoing tide. I'll pepper this outside bit there if I can. Come on. Might be a queenie, you know. That's right where it needs to be. Oh, that was a hit. Oh, and a big swirl behind it as well. Didn't get to see what it was. Been a bit quiet this morning. I've seen a fair few fish and they're just starting to eat now. The tide's only slowly running out. There's not a big differential between high and low today. So we should be all right up here, but you have to be careful because there's shallow mudflats outside of us there, and we can get trapped in here pretty easy for a considerable period of time. So let's try and get a little spot lock with the electric just in here, and we won't stay too long. We can follow that little snake drain out. Just spot lock there. Little barra then, just had a swipe at that. I saw him silver flash in the side of the barra. Not a big fish, similar to that one I just let go. Right up against those mangrove things. There's another one. Right up against those mangrove roots, or fingers as we like to call them. It should. Oh, it might have been a threadfin. It's actually threadfin salmon that I'm after, but this time of year the barra will be in similar places too. There's a fish. A little barra, sadly. Oh, he pulled out. That's fantastic. We're just outside by a few days. The barra, the Gulf of Carpentaria barra closed season for their spawning. And we're working these flats and these little drains for big threadies that a mate of mine caught up here a couple of weeks ago. So they'll be in amongst the barra as well. So hopefully we can pull the thready out. We'll give this another couple of plugs up in here, try and get a jack or a thready out, and then we'll float out along those mud banks out there. See if we can actually sight cast us some threadfin salmon. I can hear fish getting eaten, or bait fish getting eaten by bigger fish just around the corner, so we'll head there shortly. Righto, let's get out of here. See what that commotion around the corner is. I actually saw a threadfin in there and cast to it, and a barra came out of the shadows. Oi, he's gone. That's all right. Pick that plastic up. Yeah, and a barra came out of the shadows and ate it. There was a threadfin just cruising in there. Another barra. I had a big threadfin salmon right at the boat there, but I think he saw the boat and spooked. So the salmon are here. Just these little buggers are starting to congregate in the creek mouths as well as the salmon. So yeah, just a little buzzer, back you go. Where are those salmon? Oh, this salmon just cruised up around this point here. Oh, and it's probably that thick across the head, so he's a really good fish. But if I've seen him and he's swimming towards the boat, he's probably seen the boat too. So I reckon he's spooked. I flicked a cast out really carefully and he didn't even sniff at it. So you got to get them when they're actively looking for a feed and they don't see you, and then present the lure just right ahead of them in their feeding path. Then you got a proper chance. But anyway, things are picking up. We've seen them and there's a good flat all through here, so we'll keep plugging it. If I can just see the bottom here, it's a little bit murky. It's only a foot or two of water, so a half a metre or so. Some little sticks there, and I'm looking for almost shark-like figures, which should be threadfin salmon. I did see a little shark in there actually cruising the flats, but that's what the threadies look like, a little bit like a shark. I can see some pikey brim, really dark little brim shaped fish there. Be great to cast to these threadies. Little few sticks here. So it's a little bit milky, the water, so not, and then the sun's in and out of those clouds all the time, so it's a little bit difficult, but we'll just poke along here, and with a bit of luck we'll catch a cracking big threadfin salmon, possibly even over a metre. It's been quite a few years since I've caught one. I've finally hooked a threadfin. It's a beauty too. Hey, I saw him in there, just finning. Oh, nice fish. Hey, here you go, son. That was really cool to see him. Sight cast to him. He ignored the lure first time round. Whoa. Okay. No, don't go that way. He ignored the lure first time round. I'll get this net ready. And whee! Oh, nearly! You bugger. That's it, jump in the net. Alright. I'll give you a look at that fella. Show you. Such a cool fish. There's some really nice colours in this one too. That's why they call them threadfin, because of these threads, filamentous feeling mechanisms. They're really nice to eat, and because barra season's finished, I reckon I'll eat this fella. So yeah, that's really, really good. Just to actually see them. He was lazing, this fish, just lazing around in there. Just gave a constant wind past him. He ignored it, then threw it past him the way he was looking and flicked it and kicked it. And that's what got him in the end. Just a bit of a jab, stab, lure darting. And there we go. We'll bleed him and put him on ice, and we will eat him for dinner. Just fishing a bit of a, oh, just pulled out a creek drain here. A threadfin and finger mark, and a little barra just jumped on. Twisted the lure up, just pulled hooks then. Probably just legal, but we're out of season anyway. So just hoping for a big thready or something. I think. Yeah, look at that. Another little drain. It's going to go over the top here. The boat swinging around. Bear with me. Come on. Get over that motor. That's it. But straight back on shortly after. Just fishing this drain here and finally got a thready. Not a bad fish. Better get that net out. Here's the rods. Go on, buddy. Nice fish. Save a little plastic. He's not by me to plus fish, but he's alright. Oh, got him. Woo! There you go, Kingo. How's he? Hang on. Let's get us out of here. Get us away from this. There's actually a drain here I want to fish, and a small drain just above it. What do you reckon about him, Kingo? Okay. I'll hit spot lock there, and we'll. There we go. My favourite little 4-inch crush city hard hitter. See those big whiskers or filaments for feeding? I don't know, this one's probably about 70, something like that. Big, long fork tail. They're cool dudes, really cool dudes. What do you reckon, Kingo? Come on, go. For a mud bank. Barra. Very silver. Hey, little silvery barra. Just off this mud bank here. Oh, mate. Good boy. Beautiful fish. I'll just keep flicking along here. There's been a bit of activity. Got the threadfin salmon just up this bank a little bit, and then I've seen a few things feeding. They look like threadies the way they were coming in and eating the little shrimp and small bait. And then we've got a big mud flat down behind us here. I'll see if I can show you that. Goes right round the corner there, and there's some great snake drains there. So we sort of got to get into it because the tide's just starting to drop out now. At the lower end, there's not much run left. Yeah, so we'll go and have a look and just see if there's anything hanging around the mouths of those drains, and up on the flats a little bit, hopefully some threadies. No doubt there'll be some barra they're just out and about this time of year. They're out and about where the threadies are, not as holding on the sticks and structure as they would be in the dry season. Just the very last of this run out tide. The wind's with it. Keep repositioning this tiny drain over there. See if there's anything on it. Whoop, that was a barra. Got a bit of a tip wrap here. He ate it on the sit. There you go. That was a barra. There's a drain and a little snag out from it. That tip wrap didn't help me at all. Just a bit of slack line and she pops around the tip there because I was trying to flick it off a bit of timber. A tiny bunch of sticks there and it got caught on those. Righto. There's a tiny snake drain in there, really small one. They can still hold fish. No matter the size, another couple there. We're going to poke along this edge on this bottoming out tide and fish any little drains that are coming in. Another little one there. Bit of dirty water in there. Great place for bait to hide, great place for predators to ambush bait. And we might even get to sight cast to a good thready or something. There's often some good threadies along here. We'll see how we go. Once we get around this corner a bit, we'll have a little bit more protection from the wind. It's swinging us around a bit at the moment, so I've got to keep on this electric. Getting a tiny bit closer too. Young Tom was staying in a neighbouring camp to me at Weipa campground, and spent a couple of days with me exploring a few local creeks. The fishing was a bit tough, but we managed to feed and had a good look around. Doesn't hold what you think it will hold for that at the moment, but I think those ledges would be full of mangrove jade. Yeah. Nothing else cod. Yeah. Seems to be cod, but they're big, deep ledges. There's bait hanging, or little bait hanging off all this one. Nice jack. I think he swallowed that entire lure, Tom. Oh, look at those colours. That's cool. Look at the colours on him. Just beautiful jack. There's the lure. Woo. Look at the colours on him, out of dark water. Come on, shake it. Righto, that's nice. After slugging away at the fishing for a while, we opted to stretch our legs and do a bit of exploring. The GPS chart showed us that we were very close to the coastline, so we reckoned we'd take a look. There's our parking bay. Right there. We can step off onto the land, mate. Pretty good. walk along the beach down here. Just wait a sec. Stop. King. We stepped out onto grasslands that gave way to what was obviously a swamp for much of the year. However, the long dry season had baked the ground and only a small amount of gooey mud remained. Beautiful. King, having done a fair amount of cattle work back in our farm, was immediately on the lookout for stock. There were certainly signs of clean-skinned cattle having been here. Come on, mate. King. Mud again. Over here. Good boy. Pigs have been rooting up all through here. Got a swampy bit. King, let me tread on the snake, not you, mate. Righto. As soon as we get up on this dune here, you'll see only a light westerly there, onshore. Big shell. There you go, mate. There are the rocks up there that we can fish if we want to. It's not the best conditions for fishing the rocks here when it's onshore, because it just stirs it up a bit. Oh, you can have a cast. There's a couple of rocks just here. See that pelican working down there? He's working bait. Just near those palms down there is where we used to pull up. Yep. But this time we walked around through that swampland there. Righto, walk over to the beach, just done. Boy, mate. Further upstream there is a well set up fishing camp. There are many of these scattered along the Weipa region's waterways. Good boy, mate, come on. Come and check this camp out, Kingo. Here, look, a bit of shade for you. Some owned by the indigenous locals and others just transient camps for anyone who might need an overnight camp or two. This particular one is idyllic. Nice. Yeah, it's cool. It's bloody beautiful. Good in the shade. Absolutely beautiful camp. Coconut palms to tow the boat off to in the safety of the creek, and then shade huts overlooking the expansive coastal beaches only metres away. All of this just minutes from Weipa. And Weipa is just one of those places where the closer you look, the more you see. And it's this magic that has been drawing us back for over 40 years now.